Hi, Norman Nomex here again. I'm going to do a final review of the workshop. A number of things have actually happened, and we've put the house up for sale here in the south of Barossa, and it's got a contract on it. So I know that I think I've probably got about 3 other videos to put up of the whole construction of this workshop, but I've been finished it for a while, but I'm going to have to start taking things off the wall and tidying up, which I've kind of started doing now anyway. But that would be a shame not to finish the video, because it would be incomplete. But anyway, I'm going to show you from end to end and just talk you through what I've done and you know, where I've actually placed things and why. So it might be a bit boring just listening to that. But anyway, I'm going to give a shout out to Graham, aka Hendy. He really liked the workshop previously, so I'll give a shout out to him. So I'll just get on and have a look through. But like I say, it's a bit bitsy in here, and I have been tidying up, so it's not as effective that it was probably 4 or 5 weeks ago. So anyway, I'll turn on these lights and I'll give you a look through. Let's do it. So I'm going to start at the far end. This is the door out to the other small shed that we've got. Now this is looking obviously back up to the roller door, but this is melamine sheet with all the insulation in behind. And I've got a few things up there just to, because I had there was another little project I've been working on that I should have probably videoed out, to be honest. So this has just been storage here, lots of different stuff for storage. This is really where it starts becoming a workshop as such. Got my socket set there, and my other tools, other sockets and stuff in that box there. But I've got my chisel rack. This is on the 3-meter bench that does not move. This is a fixture. So I've got all my hammers and all my bits and bobs up there. All my rack for my old bits, which I still actually use, to be fair. And then I've got those type of bits in there as well. I've got another heap somewhere else, but I don't know where they are exactly just now. And then I've got my chisel rack, all my chisels are in there, some screwdriver bits and whatnot that's in there as well, just so I know where everything kind of is. But like I say, this bench, there's another socket set and some drills, but I'm tidying up the screws and whatnot. But this bench is fixed. I think it's 940 high, so it's a nice height to work at. It's probably ever so slightly higher than probably what it should, but I quite like that height. Storage underneath, all my oils, all my other stuff, just get stuff out of the way. So that's where all that is. The other side on the wall, that was my clamps. The clamp heads are in this toolbox here. All my spray paints and whatnots. A chop saw. It's just a cheap chop saw, but it's on these plinths, and I've got 4 of these plinths. They've been fantastic. It's all wired up for speakers, but I've not connected the speakers up yet. I've just probably not had not had time. So another plinth there. Let's see, I think I'm going to put these up for sale. A big chunky vise, use that quite a lot. I've got my bench vise in there. I think that's probably an 8-inch vise on there. My woodworking vise, that's really handy. But like I say, I'm just going through all my tools, putting everything away. I was going to varnish this at one time, but just kind of never got around to it, because it brings out the enhancement of the timber in there, the plywood sheets, because they're a bit boring as they are now. Okay, this is my next bench. This one is on wheels. You might not see that, but it's on wheels there, so we can actually take out some screws under there, and I think some screws over the back there, and this one can actually pull straight out, so I can actually move this one. So if I was to bring something in, like a long trailer or something, and work on it, it's just probably handy because of the bench can move. Again, 940 I think it is, but this is probably where I sit, because there's my seat there, so this is where I sit normally, right in between these two bits there. I kind of do lots of bits and bobs and lots of work here. So like I say, I've got things set out to sell, and things set out to tidy up, but all my main spanners are on the spanner racks. They would be all my Sitchroms ones, and the ratchet spanners, 2 sets of ratchet spanners. I had spanners on here, but that's been they've been packed. But just things that's go-to stuff that's just along here. I've tidied up all my bits there in the rack, all my go-to screwdrivers there in the my tool cabinet, because like I say, this is getting ready to tidy up and sell. So again, above these benches I've got lights, which is really handy because it's directly on top of the workbench and you're not being shadowed. So across the other side I've got my carpenter's workbench, carpenter's toolbox, my other carpenter's toolbox. This here is an old drawer unit, but I had all spanners and stuff in there, all racked up. In fact, there's still stuff here to be sorted out, so they're like all lay in. I've got a better thing happening with the my tool trays, and that's all my drills, DeWalt stuff, laser drill, circular saws, all the stuff that's in there. I've got all my caulking irons. Up on the wall here I've got my 3 shifting spanners. That's my 24-inch, which I don't think I've ever used. Drop saw blades and Triton work blades. That's my sign. I'll take that down. My small grinder, that is, and again that's on another plinth. This is just for sharpening chisels. That's all I'll probably use that for. Again, speaker not connected, fully powered. I've got loads and loads, should say, loads and loads of sockets, or double sockets and single sockets around the place. As you can see, there's 3 there. There's 2s and 4s and 4s and more here, right across the bench. So I've got plenty of plug points. And plug points all up here, and I had heaps and heaps of spanners on there, which was very handy. But like I say, I've got stuff sitting all over the place because I'm starting to box stuff up. This is my main kind of drawer unit that I've started to put stuff in. It was fairly empty before, but it's just you know, 3/8 sockets. All my 1/2-inch sockets are all in my other small toolbox down there. You know, just different stuff. There's all my bits and stuff. It's in there, but that's all chrome, all my screwdrivers and go-to stuff. The pliers rather, pliers and long pliers, electrical stuff. And I've got all my shifting spanners and more grips and stuff in there. Spanners coming out my ears. They're all like parcelled up into metrics and imperial. What I'm taking, what I'm not taking. Screwdrivers, got more screwdrivers. And then there's all my bits and bobs and torque wrench and what else is in there. So this is pretty handy, having it all in one place all at the same time. there's another one, but that's staying here. And then on the other side I had a heap of spanners and mainly extensions and stuff for my sockets hanging in there. But it's handy with the roller door, which is on the electric, which was really good. So apologies there, I was filming but I didn't realise my camera had went out of battery. But anyway, we're back. So this is, we're away to take all the stuff off the walls now, because they're classed as fixtures obviously. So I'm going to take all of these off and sort out through all of this, but we've still got a lot sitting on the bench. What I never said was I had my compressor here, and I had my table saw here, which is really handy because it's on wheels as well. I've maybe mentioned it. And then there's my toolbox. I'm kind of condensing stuff in. So roller door, and it's on the power. So we're just going to go through this and pretty much take stuff off the walls and tidy up the benches and consolidate all the stuff. And then outside, as you can see, all the drains and two of my trailers are sitting there. So yeah, I think that's going to finish up my workshop video, and I'll get them edited and put on. So if you like, give it a like and make a comment if you want. Thank you. Bye for now.